It is possible to find love. You are just doing it in the wrong way. Love is a wonderful thing, and when you find it with the right person, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. Reposition yourself to find love. Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rita Sian. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the author of You Are Unstoppable, and the founder of a non-profit organization called Feminine Star Africa. In today's video, I'm talking about how to position yourself to find love in 2022. Are you up for it? Then sit tight as I bring you the details. As you are putting together your resolutions, as in plans for the year and things you want to achieve, if finding love is one of them, then make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end. And before I get into the video, I want to welcome you who is new here. Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Rita Sian. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the founder of a non-profit organization called Feminine Star Africa, where we work so hard to empower young women and girls through education, scholarship, mentorship, and so many other projects. So I'll start by, first of all, looking at those of us who are in toxic relationship. Number one thing you need to do, if you are in a toxic relationship, then walk out of the toxic relationship you are in. It will not serve you any good. You've been in this toxic relationship, you've been emotionally abused, psychologically, physically, verbally, and all forms of abuse. You've experienced it. If you feel that this relationship is not going anywhere, then my advice is walk out of this toxic relationship now. Start afresh. Without walking out of a toxic relationship, you will just be running in circles. Even though you are planning to find love this year, you are still stuck. It could be that you are in this kind of situationship with someone that you don't really know what is happening. You can go out, you can stay. Please try as much as possible to look for the right help to help you walk out of that relationship whilst you still have your life, so you don't end up losing it. If you've not watched my video on how to walk out of a relationship, I'll link it up here so that as you watch it, it will help you walk out of a toxic relationship in case you find yourself in one. The next thing you need to do after walking out of a toxic relationship or any kind of relationship is to do an assessment of the previous relationship. Assess this relationship to know where you went wrong, where he went wrong, what you could have done better, things that you did that wasn't right, okay? What were your faults? What were his faults? What could you have done in a different way? What do you need to do better in the next relationship that you might find yourself? You need to do this assessment because it is after doing an assessment that you would know what should be put into the next relationship or invested into the next relationship, or what should not be invested into the next relationship. So until you do an assessment, you can't really tell whether you are doing relationship well or not doing it well. So I will encourage you, if you have just walked out of a relationship, be it toxic or not toxic, or whatever situation it was, just make sure you sit down and reflect on the relationship. Reflect on the relationship. Write the things you did well. Write down the things you didn't do well. Write down the things you wish you had done better. And write down the things you would do differently if you should go into another relationship. After doing this assessment, the next thing you need to do is to work on your flaws. You have done an assessment and you know your weak points, things you didn't do well, and you also feel these are areas that I have to do better. Then you should start working on your flaws. How do you work on your flaws? You can work on your flaws by unlearning attitudes and behaviors that are not good. Also, reading books to kind of pick up new behaviors. So if you know that there is a habit that you have demonstrated in your previous relationships that were not good, these habits can be replaced by replacing them with positive habits, practicing it daily for 21 days or even 30 days a month, okay? Then it will help you replace the negative habit with a positive habit. Also, find amazing and wonderful books on relationship. Read these books and it will help you pick up the right skills, the right attitude, the right behavior, the right knowledge you need, and the wisdom from people who have lived in these relationships and have written these books. You learn from their experiences to help you build your own new relationship in this new year. The next thing you need to do is personal development. You've walked out of a toxic relationship, you've assessed yourself, you know where you've fallen short, you have worked on yourself. Do a personal development. There are so many aspects of our lives that need development. Your personal life, your career, your health, so many aspects of our lives need development. So begin to invest into your personal life to be a very happy person, to be someone who has something to bring to the table. Build yourself to be that person. If you don't have a job, this is the time to work hard on finding a job. If it is about mental health, invest into healing. Heal fully so you know that I'm walking into this new relationship without any baggages. If it is working out, start working out to regain your strength back, to have so much confidence and just be you. All right, so personal development is very important. Now that you've done personal development, it is time for you to take the risk to put yourself out there again. It is a risk because you may go out there and might find the wrong person again. And you may go out there and you may find a good person. So it's kind of like 50-50. You are not really sure, but be willing to take the risk to start all over again. Be willing to be vulnerable so that in your vulnerability, probably that might be where you might find the love of your life. So take the risk that is needed. But without taking the risk, I don't think you can find that person, because sometimes that person might be somewhere else. So take the risk. The risk will be that those days you were so scared about even trying online dating. Now put yourself out there on the online dating site, and it is a risk you are taking because you might meet terrible people there, but it could also be that through this you might find the right person. So take a risk. Put yourself out there. I mentioned putting yourself on the online dating sites. If you haven't tried it before, I've done a number of videos on online dating. If you have not watched, please, I'm linking it up here. Go and watch all these videos and then learn something for it. Put yourself out there. If you do not put yourself out there, how will someone end up finding you? If you are the type that always indoors, always focus on your job and working and so busy like I was, please try to put yourself out there. Try to go for some parties. Try to go for some gatherings, social gatherings. Even though now we have COVID, do it in a very safe way so that you don't end up getting yourself into trouble. But make sure you put yourself out there. Go out with some friends, have a good time. As you go out with friends and other mutual friends, you may find someone as a result of that. But if you find yourself too busy to do that, then why not try online dating? Put yourself out there, and you never know. Your spouse may be across the ocean somewhere, thousands of miles away from you, and might be looking for you too. Finally, please do relationship differently. You have already done an assessment and you know things you've been doing which didn't order well for you, or mistakes you've made in previous relationships. Put in the effort, okay, to do relationship differently. If usually you used to just accept anybody, when you are going to meet new people now, take your time to scrutinize them, okay? Listen more and talk less. If you were the type that wasn't giving, give more into this relationship. If you were the type that was not committing, commit to a relationship. If you were the type that was not serious with relationship and was just, out there having fun and doing it partially and not loving fully, then commit to it and do it differently. I did a video about why we get hurt in relationship. The video is here. Please watch it and it will guide you. And I hope that you learned something from this video. So with all this said, I hope that you are going to put yourself out there in this year to find the love of your life, because it is very, very, very possible. It can happen. It has happened for me. It has happened for other people. And I know it can happen to you too. So let's go out there and find ourselves true love and be happy. I wish you the very best. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.